Hi guys, Barbara here from BarbaraMakesCrafts.com. Welcome to my channel. I am honored that you are here. My mission is to teach and inspire you to level up your crafting game. Well, today I want to show you how to etch a metal tumbler. This is a fun project that may challenge us just a little bit, so get ready for the fun. So for this project, we're going to need a metal tumbler. I'm using a 30-ounce skinny tumbler from 143vinyl.com. I do recommend that you use a less expensive tumbler to begin with and then graduate up to your Yetis and more expensive ones until you get your technique down, and then you can make them all day long and sell them, and it's really fun. You're going to need ferric chloride. You'll need a glass bowl, teeny tiny one, paintbrush or a cotton ball, and I'll be using a paintbrush. You'll need some rubbing alcohol, baking soda, and vinyl for the stencil, and I'm just using a scrap of Oracal 631, which is their removable vinyl, but it holds well enough to keep that ferric oxide from seeping underneath it. You are going to need some transfer tape and paper towels and personal protective equipment such as gloves, masks, goggles, and what have you. As always, I'm going to link to these products down below in the description box so you can easily and quickly find them. So if you're ready for the challenge, let's head over to Design Space and do our design. Okay, so I've started a new project. I have a clean canvas here. I have already uploaded to my computer the design I'm going to use. I did get it from designbundles.net. And guys, if you haven't checked them out, I'm in no way affiliated. This is not sponsored by them, but it's a really great place to find some good designs. So I'm just going to upload it from my computer. And I have plenty of videos out there, and I will link to them so that you can find them on how to upload into Design Space. So I have this particular one right here in this folder, and I'm going to use this SVG file. There we go. All right, and I like this design. It says Professional Overthinker. So, and I like it just like it is. I'm going to upload it and then select it and add it to my canvas. Now I'm actually going to ungroup it, but I'm going to exit, just delete it anyway. And I think I will put a little heart because I like hearts. So I'll just grab a shape here. And now I'm just going to select it again. I'm going to attach, well actually, before I do that, let me go ahead and group it. And so my tumbler so I want this to be no longer than 7 inches actually. Once again, I'm going to add a shape, and this time I want a rectangle. I want to click on Arrange and bring it to the front, and then I want to size it down so that it fits within the parameters here. I want it pretty close to the edge of the stencil. So now I want to attach. I'll just select all. You can either select all up here or you can click and drag, it doesn't matter. And I want to attach. Now we'll go to Make It. And everything looks good. You can see it's going to cut just like we want it to cut. So I'll click on Continue. Right, and we are going to use premium vinyl, and I want more pressure. And now the Cricut wants us to load our tools and material, which the blade is already in there. So I did lay down this butcher paper because I don't want to get ferric oxide on my table. I haven't actually practiced without anything on the table, so I don't know if it'll hurt my table, but just in case, I'm gonna do it this way. So I'm just gonna lay our vinyl right here, and I'll use my burnishing tool. And the flashing arrow here means it's ready for us to load the mat. Alright, so there we have our design cut out, and it's time just to lead, and I'm just going to cut that off. Now when we make a stencil, we're actually going to be leading everything that you think you should keep, if that makes sense. So I'd love for you to comment below on what color you think I should paint it. I kind of like pink, but I don't know. I see some craft rooms like in a teal blue, and I like that too. Y'all, this Twixie is great for getting all these little vinyl scraps out of your way. First thing I need to do is cut this transfer tape. And then slowly peel this backing off. Okay, now with the transfer tape on and it being really sticky, we can some of these smaller pieces. So the next thing that we want to do before we add this to our tumbler is we want to clean it really well with the alcohol. And then I'm going to lay my tumbler right there. We're going to pray that all these little bitty pieces that were being difficult, we're going to pray that they stick on the tumbler. And I'm an eyeballer, but if you're not, then go ahead and measure to find the exact center of your tumbler. Casualties. And there are a couple of bubbles. Do want to soothe all those bubbles out so the ferric chloride doesn't seep up under your design. Alright, so now it's time for gloves. And we're just going to take our paintbrush. We're going to brush it over the design. And we're going to let this sit. Probably we'll do this a couple different times over the next 10 or 15 minutes just to make sure everything gets covered and it etches equally. Sit for a few minutes and then we'll repeat.
A few moments later.
Alright, so I'm going to give this one more little dab just for a couple minutes. Alright, so now we want to neutralize the ferric oxide, which just means to stop the chemical reaction. So we're going to pour baking soda on it. Don't be afraid of the baking soda. Now I'm going to take this and rinse it in cool water, and then it'll be time to reveal the product. I'll be right back.
One eternity later.
Let's see how it turned out. I'm a little nervous, guys. My little pieces did end up coming out. And it did seep around the edges. So I think that dabbing it with the paper towel was probably a better way to go from the start, because I think that seeping was from the paintbrush. It was a little too liquidy. But all in all, let me get closer to the camera here. I think it turned out pretty good. I hope you can see that. You know, like I said, you can see that it kind of seeped around the edges a little bit, and my smaller pieces in the Word Professional did end up coming out and not etching in. But all in all, I think it's a good, fun little craft to do. Like I said, using the more least, wasn't that fun? And now you have a nice double wall tumbler, personalized to drink your lemonade from on these hot summer days. And guys, believe me, here in Alabama, it is hot, it is humid, it is not a dry heat. But thanks for watching. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, remember to subscribe to my channel for all the crafting fun. And I'm going to link to my social media below as well. So until I see you again, oh, and don't forget my paint color. Happy crafting.